Laura Story-Johnson, and I'm a research associate with the NEXUS Institute. For this year's World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, we would like to highlight our recent publications with the Regional Support Office of the Bali Process. These publications are applicable to the work of anti-trafficking practitioners around the world and have a specific focus on victim protection in Asia. This project recognizes that a comprehensive understanding of the needs of trafficking victims must underpin the anti-trafficking efforts of government and civil society. And yet, many anti-trafficking practitioners do not have access to high-quality research on victim protection, nor do they have time in their day-to-day work to read and distill a vast body of literature to identify findings that they can directly apply in their work with trafficking victims and survivors. To address these challenges, the NEXUS Institute and Bali Process RSO have partnered to develop a series of practitioner guides. Each guide distills existing evidence on a discrete victim protection issue and presents it in a succinct and accessible format to help practitioners better understand key issues and challenges. Each practitioner guide is accompanied by a facilitator guide, which provides step-by-step instructions for training practitioners in the specific thematic area. The key protection issues covered in this series include trafficking victim identification, trafficking victim protection and support, recovery and reintegration of trafficking victims, special and additional measures for child trafficking victims, special and additional measures for victim witnesses, and access to remedies. As part of this project and accompanying the series, the NEXUS Institute and Bali Process RSO have also developed guidance on how to develop a directory of services for trafficking victims. A directory of services for trafficking victims is a vital tool for trafficking victims to access the assistance that they need to recover and reintegrate after trafficking. It can also be used by anti-trafficking practitioners to identify and refer trafficking victims for support. A directory of services is more than just a list of service providers. It is a tool to empower trafficking victims to understand and name their experiences of exploitation, as well as to seek out the services that they need. A directory of services can play a critical role in the protection of trafficking victims. Too often, both practitioners and trafficking victims are unaware of the services and assistance available in their communities. While trafficking victims are the primary target audience of this type of a directory of services, it can also be used by practitioners to strengthen their knowledge of trafficking and to better protect trafficking victims by identifying and referring them for protection and support. Developing a directory of services is an extremely worthwhile effort that can make an enormous difference in the lives of trafficking victims and survivors. Many trafficking victims return home without ever having been identified or assisted. They often return to live in their home communities without knowing that they have rights and entitlements as victims of the crime of trafficking in persons. A directory of services puts information directly in the hands of trafficking victims and their family members to provide them with information about their rights and entitlements, as well as the protection and support available to them. We invite you to download the Practitioner Guides, the Facilitator Guides, and guidance on developing a directory of services for trafficking victims, and to provide feedback on your experiences using these resources. Thank you.